What the fuck you eat? Made it to my favorite fish spot. Get in and go fish. Make sure y'all check them out. The best fish in Omaha, Nebraska. All right, y'all. I hope y'all ready for this review. We got the fried oysters with collard greens and hush puppies. We got Nashville wings with spaghetti and potato salad. We got a shrimp po' boy with fried okra. We got spicy catfish nuggets with potato fries. And we got shrimp. Now this is all from Get In and Go Fish. Cool spot, man. Really tasty food. We'll get back to y'all shortly. Let's get it. All right, so look, this is another episode of What the fuck you eat? So, Savio, we decided to go to Get In and Go Fish spot today. It's a staple in the community. It's been around since 1996 is what he told me today. I didn't know it was around that long, but I'm a huge fan of their food. I couldn't wait to review it with Savio because we done went to a couple of Sediti restaurants. Savio eats expensive. So now we're going to try something a little bit more my speed, which is just, around the corner from me. I did have to lock my doors though. I ain't gonna hold you. I did have to lock my doors. I was a little nervous. I'm sorry. But Savio, I'll let you start. What should we start with, bro? We're gonna do the rating at the same time?
We can either start from that end or this end.
Okay, let's start with the shrimp, just the regular Cajun shrimp. I'm a huge fan. It was chewy. I'm not used to shrimp being that like chewy, but it could just be good quality shrimp too. I'm used to eating Walmart shrimp from the fucking package, put it in the air fryer. I think you got to tell me that about that, Savio, the texture. The chewiness of the shrimp, is that a bad thing or a good thing?
The shrimp is chewy because it's overcooked.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I usually don't order shrimp at too many places, because they overcook the shrimp. Mm-hmm. And shrimp is easy to go overcook just like scallops. Once it's overcooked, it turns rubbery. Mm. So that's why it's hard to chew, because it's being overcooked. The flavor of the shrimp was good, but to me that's just overcooked shrimp. I wouldn't order it again. Yeah. And that's the hard part. Like, you go to a lot of these box stores, the like Long John Silver's and stuff, all their shrimp is overcooked. There's very few places that put the effort in to cook the shrimp just right to where it's still juicy and cooked. Also, the smaller the shrimp, the easier it is to overcook it because there's not a lot of room to play with. So that's why the shrimp is rubbery, is because it's overcooked.
The shrimp, I will give it a 7.5, because like I said, it was still good. It's just kind of like the chewiness of it kind of caught me off guard.
To me, the cooking it is most of the points in the grade, because if you take a prime steak and you overcooked it, you might as well be eating cheap steak, because now it's overcooked steak, so you ruin the meat. So the same way the shrimp, to me that's a 6, and that's just because the seasoning was good. If the seasoning wasn't good, I would have probably given it a 4. But
Okay. Yeah.
just being overcooked is a turn off for me because now it doesn't taste good. It's rubbery.
So you tasted what I tasted?
Yeah, it was hard to chew. And that's overcooked shrimp.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's move to the catfish fire stick nuggets is what they're called. This is my favorite on the plate. I'm a catfish fan myself. I was told by a friend of mine, LaRon, he told me to try it in nuggets. I normally get the fillets or the strips. They come, basically like he said, they chop them up and it gives you more than just getting the strips because you'll probably get about 6 strips instead. If they chop them up, you're getting more bang for your buck. But I will say the spicy catfish nuggets I liked a lot actually. And they catfish for me don't taste fishy. And to me that's good quality catfish because the catfish that tastes like fishy, kind of like what I felt about the oysters, which we'll talk about in a second. But with the catfish, I just thought it was good. What do you think? I'll give it about an 8.5.
The catfish I thought was delicious. It was cooked perfectly. The catfish was moist, juicy, tender. Usually a lot of times I don't like getting the nuggets because they end up being overcooked. So I like getting the whole fillets because they're nice, moist, and juicy piece of fish. These were cooked perfectly. I would order these every single time I go to get it and go. I mean, the only one thing that I would recommend they change is if you look at these nuggets, they put the nuggets in the box and then they've dumped the seasoning on top of it. So you have seasoning, a whole bunch of seasoning on one side, no seasoning on the other side.
So they should season them in the
So what they should do is put it in a bowl, season it, toss it, and then put it in there so the whole piece is evenly
You can tell
coated.
by the bread. You can tell by the bread that the season
Right,
was just
yeah,
poured
even
on.
on the hot sauce,
Yeah,
right
yeah,
on top of the
okay.
hot sauce, the season is done.
I see what you're talking about.
The other thing I want to say is one of the best things that they also have is their hot sauce. Whatever this hot sauce is that they put in these little cups is perfect for fried fish. It's got, like, to me, it's like a medium heat, which is my level of spice, like a medium spiciness. And it's got that nice vinegary taste to it. So when you're eating fried food, you get a lot of grease and it coats your mouth, and then it's hard to taste anything. So you want something acidy like the pickles, even the collard greens, the hot sauce, all that stuff helps cut the grease out of your mouth so you can taste the flavor of what you're eating. So that hot sauce was delicious. Like, unlike the hot sauce we got from the hot barbecue sauce from Jay's Smokehouse
that
was
tasted like
trash.
oil.
This stuff was fantastic.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Before we move to the next meat, you gotta give your rating. What do you think about
The catfish, I'd probably give it a 9. Like if they had if they had tossed the seasoning on it right, I'd probably give it a 9.5.
Well, I gotta say, Savio's a hard critic. So, and I was so focused on the catfish because I'm like, I gotta get my man something that he knows I know about flavor. I'm glad you actually like the catfish nuggets. That's the whole premise of this place. I get we're trying other things like the wings, the fried stuff I'm not really into, but I'm glad that they won you over with this. That's a start, because Savio's a hard critic to impress, trust me.
I don't think I'm a hard critic to impress. I just
You're a foodie.
know good quality food.
You're a foodie
So
and a chef.
that is delicious food.
Yeah, that's impressive. I did not expect that. So hey man, shout out to Get It and Go. They won Savio over with the catfish nuggets. All right, let's move to the shrimp po' boy. I didn't try it. You tried it. Like I said, Savio tends to get too much food. Yes, this was my doing, but I just emulated. When Savio gets the food, he gets every fucking thing.
Well, we're reviewing the place, so we can't just review one item and then say it's
So
good.
they asked me.
If you would have just reviewed the shrimp at this place, I would have said, don't go back, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But if you just reviewed the catfish, I would have said, this place is fantastic, I'm going there every day.
I'm just trying to make it look like we're not fat asses on the show because
wow.
we got so much food in front of us.
We're still
Savio is making sure we try everything, and this is literally almost everything on their menu. Probably missing one or two items, but we can move to the shrimp po' boy. What do you think about shrimp po' boy?
I usually don't. This is probably like the second shrimp po' boy I've eaten my whole life. I didn't like the first one, and I definitely don't like this one either. The same problem with the shrimp is overcooked.
Yeah.
So it's overcooked shrimp, so no matter what you do with it, it's still overcooked shrimp. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't wanna bang on it being overcooked. That's just my preference. I'm not a fan of overcooked shrimp. The okra that came with it was delicious though. So the fried okra was crispy, it had good flavor. Once again, I dunked some of them in the hot sauce, and that made it even better. That fried okra, I'd probably give them a 9 on that.
Man.
The shrimp po' boy, I don't even want to rate it because you already know what I think of the shrimp. So,
okay, let's move to the Nashville wings. Is what they said. Savio immediately was like, "Nah, bro, that ain't Nashville." That's what I was told.
that is not national wings. to me, that is honey barbecue wings. Like, I'm almost certain, like, we got the wrong order of wings, probably, or they took the wrong order. That cannot be Nashville wings. Like, Nashville wings can never taste like honey barbecue sauce. Nashville is the hot, peppery vinegar flavor. There's no vinegar, there's no hot chili spice out of that. It's just sweet honey barbecue flavor to me.
So can we just
let's just rate it as honey wings, whatever flavor it is, right? To me, why don't you go ahead first?
For me, I wasn't a big fan of the wings personally. I felt like they was fried too hard for me. I like my wings to have a little bit of juiciness to them and a little bit of like. I felt like I was pulling that the meat was kind of tough, but that's also because they, like you said, they were fried too long. I'm a wing fucking expert. Those wings were fried too hard. I don't know. Like you said, we gotta rate them as honey barbecue wings. I'll give them a 6.5. I probably wouldn't order them again, but who knows? On the right day, I might.
Okay. I never said they were fried too long. I said the shrimp was fried too long. Those wings, if I ordered honey barbecue wings, the flavor is spot on. It's delicious, it's not too sweet, it's just the perfect amount of sweetness to it, kind of like those ribs we had from Jay's Smokehouse, where it was just sweet enough but not overly sweet. These were like perfect honey barbecue sauce for those wings. My problem with the wings is I usually never order wings to go, because when you deep fry something and then you put it in a box and then you eat it an hour later, it sat there and all that crispiness that you had from the fryer is turned into sogginess because the steam softens everything.
That's exactly.
So to me, I thought those wings were cooked perfectly. They were tender. I didn't think they were dried out. I think if I would have eaten them at the restaurant, I think they would have probably been, if I wanted honey barbecue wings, those would have probably been a 9 for me, because they were tender. I didn't feel they were dried out. The flavor was good for honey barbecue. My problem is I don't order wings to go, because once they sit in the box, there's no more crispiness anymore. It's just a soggy wing. You might as well get frozen wings and bake them in your oven. They would be better off. So in that regard, I think if I ate them at the restaurant, it would be a 9. Me eating them over here is probably more like a 6, but I think that's not the restaurant's fault. I think those wings are a 9 if you eat them at the place.
Okay.
I would love to try their Nashville sauce for those wings. That is not Nashville sauce. The potato salad that came with it, I thought it was decent. I felt it was a little bit too sweet. It had a little bit more sugar in it than I would prefer, but it wasn't bad. It was pretty decent potato salad. I'd probably give it a 7. And then the spaghetti, I kind of got to it at the end by the time I was already full, and it was a little cold. I like my spaghetti hot, but we ordered it over an hour ago, so it's not the restaurant's fault. It was hot when they gave it to us. So I would probably give that spaghetti at least an 8, and if I were probably eating it hot, it would probably gotten even more.
You know what's funny about their spaghetti? Their spaghetti, it does not look appealing. Remember what I was telling you about look? It looks boring, but when you bite into it and you eat it, you can taste the peppers. This is a key ingredient a lot of people don't use this ingredient on spaghetti, but this is the key ingredient for this spaghetti. They use peppers. You can taste the peppers when and like I said, for them, most fish spots, they use generic spaghetti. They just get fucking spaghetti, meat sauce, and some noodles and just pour it in there. You can tell that was made they stirred that. You can tell they cooked that spaghetti is what I'm saying.
So the difference is the meat sauce or whatever sauce for the spaghetti that you're talking about, most of the time they're opening a can and dumping it in there. The reason why this looks better is you actually see chunks of peppers and onions in there. They've cooked this from scratch. Mm-hmm. So they've made this spaghetti sauce at the restaurant from scratch.
I agree.
And that's why it's a better quality product.
I agree. The potato salad, I have to be honest with you. I don't think that's man-made.
I mean, it's quite possible. It's all man-made, but
well, I'm saying I think it's
like it came from a box,
yeah,
right?
I think it's
it's possible, but it tasted a little too sweet for me for it to be coming out of a box. So that's why I don't think it came out of a box. But I think what you're trying to say is that the taste is pretty generic, and I'll agree with that. Like there's nothing special like the smoking barrel potato salad we ate, which
we fucked up with that.
So this one is it's just regular. It's nothing special about
once
it.
we had a special potato salad.
Yeah, that we should have had that place last. Unlike that bad, I want potato salad from smoking.
Potato salad, I give it 6. Spaghetti, I give it 8 for sure. Because like I said, they got some. That would be wrong. Spaghetti, I give it a 9. I gotta give it a 9 because to be honest with you, it tastes so good with them catfish nuggets and those peppers in there. I'll give the spaghetti a 9. On to oyster.
Fried oyster.
This is Savio's order. I'm not an oyster fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was the most fishy tasting food I've ever, like when I bit into it, all I tasted was fish. And I almost spit it out. Like I'm not an oyster guy though either. What did you think about them, Savio?
Well, I don't want to tell you what your taste is, but your taste is broken. That did not taste like fish. That was delicious. I've had fried oysters at a lot of places, and this was right up there with it. The outside was crispy, crunchy. The inside was soft and tender. Look at that. It's soft and tender, unlike the shrimp that was dried out. So those oysters to me are at least a 9. The flavor was spot on, and I had a bunch of them plain, and then I took some of them and I dunked them in the hot sauce. And that hot sauce is just delicious. I could probably have that hot sauce with anything fried. So
I agree.
Those oysters to me were fantastic. If I was going to go back to that place, I definitely ordered the catfish. I definitely ordered the fried oysters, and if I was eating at the restaurant, I would definitely order the wings. The sides that came with it, what'd you think of the hush puppies?
I didn't have a hush puppy.
Okay. Well, to me, those hush puppies were delicious. You can tell that they made them from scratch. A lot of places just buy them frozen and throw them in the fryer. These hush puppies were made from scratch. They're crispy on the outside, they're moist on the inside, they have a good flavor.
They do.
I'd probably give them an 8.5 for those hush puppies.
I agree. I just didn't. Maybe they was over there like hidden.
Well, a lot of times I don't order hush puppies because I don't like the frozen ones that come in a box that they throw in the fryer. They have no flavor.
They roll that up.
They just dried out. These ones are delicious. They made them from scratch. The last thing that we had was the collard greens. What do you think?
The greens taste exactly how greens are supposed to taste.
Okay.
But I've ate their greens so many times. I'm a fan. I'm just like with the spaghetti, the catfish, my regulars, I'm a fan of. Their greens, hands down, 8.5. But to be honest with you, I couldn't give them a 10 because I've never really had collard greens outside of Shug's, I want to say, out if it wasn't me or my mom making them. Like, I don't go to restaurants to get collard greens.
Yeah, but I mean, what does it matter if it's a restaurant or if it's your mom making it? You know what good greens taste like.
Mm-hmm.
So on that taste, you're going to give it what, an 8?
A 9.
A 9. Okay. So to me, these collard greens were delicious. My only issue was, you know, this actually looks pretty good over here. The bunch that I grabbed, I had like a whole bunch of stems like this, the center of the collard greens. But like half of my collard greens were stems. So I don't know if that was just what I grabbed, because these ones don't look like that. These ones look mostly green, like.
I know what you're saying.
So the ham that was in there was tender and delicious. The flavor from the collard greens was perfect. Like, I couldn't ask for anything better as far as the taste from the collard greens. It was right there. It was tender, delicious. The ham was good with it. And the only thing that I didn't like was I got a bunch of stems, but it seemed like I just got a bad pick out of it. But to me, those are probably a good 9 for the collard greens. I would definitely order them again.
Savio is kind of hyping. Get in, go up. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect this review from you.
Oh, I mean, it's like, if it's good food, I'm gonna say if it's good food. If it's bad food, I'm gonna say it's bad food. So I'm not gonna say it's good food because it's from the north side of town, or it's good because it's from my area of town. I'm just gonna say it's good food if it's good food.
This is a black-owned restaurant, and there aren't many black-owned restaurants, but we are going to try more black-owned restaurants just to give them a little promotion, a little push, and actually spend a couple dollars in the black community. So I appreciate you for doing that today, Savio. I really do. Savio let me pick the restaurant today. I've been wanting him to try Get It and Go. I will say this about Get It and Go. The owner, shout out to Flow Easy, super nice, super cool dude, was polite to me. His cashier was polite, and they helped me pick out everything. I told them what we do. They were excited about us doing it. Like I said, the customer service for me was exactly what I expected customer service to be. They were friendly. They knew who we were. They knew about the Smartest Dumb People. They said they checked out the show. So shout out to Flow Easy and Get It and Go. So if you can give this restaurant a 9 out of 10 rating, a 0 out of 10 rating to go there, what would it be?
So, if I was going to go back there again, right? I would definitely order the catfish, the oysters, and I would be curious enough to try the wings again. And I would like to try it with the Nashville hot sauce. I would definitely skip the shrimp. The shrimp is not something for me. Maybe other people like overcooked shrimp, but not me. So the rest of the food, like, this would be a place that I would, if it was close to where I lived, I would probably go to it weekly. So it's got good food. There's a few restaurants that I really like that cook really good food, and I usually go to those places about once a week. So this would probably go in that rotation. So I would probably give it a 9. It's an easy 9. Like, there's so many good things that you can pick. The fried okra is delicious. The spaghetti is delicious. The hush puppies are delicious. The collard greens are delicious. We didn't try the green beans. The next time
I was debating when they was telling us.
Yeah. And what we didn't talk about was the prices. The prices are pretty reasonable for what you're getting. You're getting, I will honestly say, like, what you're getting for the catfish nugget meal is very reasonably priced. Like, you would be hard pressed to find a cheaper meal. Forget tasting as good. You would just be hard pressed to find a cheaper meal than what you're getting from Get It and Go for that catfish nugget dinner. So even the fried oysters with 2 sides, like, very reasonable. So their dinners are very reasonably priced, less than $20. Like to me, if I get that, that's literally 2 meals for me.
Yeah.
So it's basically less than $10 a meal. You can't even eat at Burger King for that price.
I agree.
So it's right up there for me. Like it would be a place that I would order from frequently.
Okay. Well, again, for me, I'll give it. Like I said, I'm a fan. I am a fan, and like I said, I finally met the owner today. This is the first time I've ever met him. He was back there cooking himself and helping out. Super cool dude. Shout out to Flow Easy and Get In Go. Shout out to the young lady that helped me. Super nice lady. I'll give it a 9 myself. I think that Get In and Go, everybody should try it at least once. And give your review, give your opinion in the comments if you can, because they need to know that we support them. So, this is the smartest dumb people. This is... What the fuck? Something to say before we get up out of here?
What are we going to do next week?
That's up to you, brother. I think where I fucked up, to be honest with you, the prices that Get In Go was actually cheaper. And when I gave this look, this is where you're still in the hood. I gave this look like only $65. It was like only $65. Okay, that's what happened.
Honestly, that is not the hood though.
Yeah. It's the hood. That's literally my stomping grounds hood. That's where me and Carl grew up at, right on 24th Street, across the street from Get In Go. We'll have this conversation off the show. Well, this is the smartest dumb people. Savio, I appreciate you for coming through, brother. Y'all have a good night. What the fuck? You